when you have a problem with Elmo, it's obviously you're not wrapped too tight. Like, what do you have against children's literacy? What do you have against, children being able to learn and to understand and to be compassionate and to, be overall well-rounded human beings? Louisiana, if y'all don't get Steve up out of there, because of course you all are the reason that we are looking at the statement in regards to introducing HR 4, which is the Rescissions Act of 2025. And that is to codify um, Don Don's administration's rescissions request. Now, in this, it's talking about cuts to wasteful foreign aid initiatives within the State Department and USAID. Now, as well as woke public broadcasting. Again, do we have to go with the analogy of when you're asleep and your organs wake you up because you have to go to the bathroom? You have a choice. Are you going to sit there and wet the bed, or are you going to get up because you now have the knowledge that something is amiss and you must fix it? Because if you don't, you're going to do what? Soil the bed. Much like these people who are telling you that this stuff is woke, they're soiling the ability to read, to comprehend, and all the things when it comes to children. Because in this HR 4 Rescissions Act of 2025, it also, includes NPR and PBS at the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And for them, it's like, oh, the business that the federal government shouldn't even be in. Well, this is something that provides less than 10%, probably even less than 5% on both ends of this. So the fact that it's able to be sent to every household, meaning it doesn't matter what your household, consists of, you all get this. Hey, even white people who don't like for brown people to get stuff, you also get this too. I'm just saying. Now, they're saying that this legislation cuts 9.4 billion in waste. It doesn't. They cannot prove it. They're always making up numbers, and there's always some grandiose number that, is like, oh my God, we're wasting that much money. No, you're not wasting that much money. And trust me, your little $25 a month is not it's not paying for this. They're not talking to you, baby. You need to understand why they're trying to give those cuts to those people who don't need any money to be trillionaires, who are already million and billionaires. Taxpayer money, because the real fraud and waste and things are the people who are trying to get cuts in all of this so that they can have their hands in money that, is not easily tracked, is not easily found. And then they can just say, oh, well, they didn't need it, because I want you to understand what the rescission actually is. It's a process that allows Congress to cancel funds that the federal government has not yet spent but has previously appropriated. And only discretionary funds can be rescinded, while mandatory spending like Social Security and Medicare cannot be. So they're trying to tell you that, if they can do this rescission, don't worry about Medicare and all other stuff. It's okay, because we're just doing the things that we're wasting. Literacy is not wasteful. We will never be able to get anywhere as a population if our children cannot read, if our children cannot comprehend. You will never be able to get anywhere if you cannot get viable pieces that help you with knowledge pieces, which NPR does. The fact of the matter is, they do not want you to have this information, because ask yourself, many of these people, like Steve, is in his 60s. He's been in government for a while. Why are you just now doing this? Because if it was so fraudulent and so wasteful, like many of those other decrepit corpses that are posing as humans, um, why are you doing this now? Because you've been in government for a while. So it wasn't wasteful back then. Now all of a sudden it's wasteful. Think, y'all. And again, like I always say, America's not a real place, because, of course, they're ready to codify these cuts. Please understand what that means. If they are able to do this, this means it makes it law. And they're trying to do this for 2026 and 2027, meaning these times where it'll be time to vote. Y'all, make sure you understand this. There should be no reason you're going in those booths voting Republican at this point.